Welcome to Full Body Strength. My name is Amy. I'm the Target Fitness Program Manager. Today we're going to be going through 8 exercises 2 times through, all strength, upper body, lower body. There'll be 45 seconds each, 15 seconds transition. We'll go through the whole circuit 2 times through, and then we'll do a little bit of core at the end. Let's warm it up. Let's start with some hip circles. Get that body moving. Hopefully this will help get our body ready to move and do some strength work. Reverse direction. Should feel really good if you've been sitting all morning. Just to get the hips moving around. Let's do one more big circle. Let's do some shoulder circles as well. Range of motion's always up to you. Make them big, make them small, whatever feels best on those shoulders. Reverse direction. You can do one arm at a time, alternating if that feels better. Get some T-spine mobility as well. 2 more circles here. All right, let's step it back, reverse lunge, step it together, other side. Step it back, drop that knee down, railroad track stance. Upper body pretty tall. We can hinge forward slightly. Train track stance. Dropping down whatever feels good, however far down. Putting on an energizing playlist in your earbud or on your speaker. Just make sure you can hear me. I'm going to be giving options, variations, safety cues, things like that. One more left and right. Good, let's go wide with our feet, wider than shoulders if it's okay. On those hips, shift it left to right. Get a nice stretch on that inner leg. Pushing the hips back. Warming up those smaller muscles around the hips, knees, and ankles. Nice job. One more each direction. Bring those feet back underneath you. Let's get the heart rate up a little bit with the march and reach and pull. Maybe get some core warm up as well with a little bit of a rotation, elbow or hand to opposite leg. Three, 2, 1. Let's do some hinges to get ready for those hip thrusts, and we have a good morning in there as well. Oh, and we have single leg RDL, Romanian deadlift. We need to warm up those glutes, hamstrings, lower body pull. So this workout is going to be upper body push, lower body pull. Focused. Push those hips back. Hip width stance. You can micro adjust in or out a little bit if needed. Pushing those hips back, keeping that upper body neutral, that torso neutral. 2 more of these. Last one. All right, quick drink of water. Left it up here. We're gonna go full 8 exercises, 45 seconds work, 15 seconds transition. Starting with the chest press, so we can go a little bit heavier on this one. Medium to heavy weights. If you have a bench, feel free to use that. I'm just going on the floor. So I'm going from the floor to straight up over my chest with a nice strong squeeze of the chest muscles. Elbows are 45 degrees. Not all the way in, but not in a T shape either. Somewhere in between. Core is strong, lightly connected. Let's start it up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm getting my timer set up in this first interval. Big exhale as you press up above your chest. Inhale as you lower, slow and controlled, 1 to 2 counts each direction. Nice job. Keep it going. We're over halfway here. Nice job. Last 2 reps here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We're going into single leg RDL. You can do 1 or 2 dumbbells. This is going to be a float the leg back while you hinge forward, nice and balanced. This is stability and strength. Lower that weight down right alongside the leg. Squeeze it back up by doing that lower body pull. We'll do half on each side. Yeah, half on each side. Here's 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Single leg Romanian deadlift. If you're not wanting to do a full single leg, you can do a B stance here with one leg kind of kickstand behind you slightly, but everything else is the same. Glutes and hamstrings are strong. You can go a little bit heavier on this one. The last 2 reps should be feeling challenging but doable. That helps us kind of get stronger, provide that stimulus to the muscle. Switch sides right here. We'll maybe do 1 or 2 more after this timer here. I switched too late. We'll keep it going. Give me 2 more after the timer. Here we go, 2 more. I'm going back upper body after this. I'll restart that timer for the rest. All right, 15 seconds. Go back to medium-ish weights. We're doing shoulder press. Press it up, lower it down. Again, elbows kind of wherever feels comfortable, slightly in front of you usually works out. Oh, I didn't connect my timer to the TV. 3, 2, 1. Press it up, lower it down. Stance can be side by side, little bend in those knees, or you can kind of stagger, 1 forward, 1 back. Work on the tops of our shoulder, upper body push. Exhale on that push up above the shoulders. Inhale on that lower, light connection to that core through the midline and sides and back body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Back to lower body hip thrust or glute bridge. So set up that chair step or bench. We're going to lower ourselves down to the mid back or so. Bring those feet out. We're going to squeeze the glutes up, lower it down. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Add weight, a dumbbell on top of those hips for more challenge. Glute bridge is going to be down here, a little bit less range of motion, but works the same muscles. Press through those heels, lift the hips. We're squeezing the glutes and hamstrings. This is technically a lower body pull. The glutes are pulling on that upper leg to pull the hips up. Nice job. 15 seconds. If you're new to any of these movements, it is okay to start with body weight or light resistance to kind of get the pattern, the movement pattern, and the movement quality. 3, 2, 1. Upper body push. We're doing a push-up with rotation. You can start with just push-ups if you'd like. I'm going to incline mine, but feel free to go full push-up on the floor if that suits you better. Push-up lower, down, add a rotation if that feels good for you. Inhale down, exhale up, rotate that whole body on 1 swivel as if there's a pole going right down the middle of the body, and you rotate around it. Core is strong. You can come down on the knees. Even if you're inclined, this is a good modifier. Come down to the knees and rotate. Bring that top leg up straight and then come back down. Breathe in as evenly as you can through this one. Shoulders back and down. Chest open. Elbows at 45 as you lower and lift through that push-up. Working chest, biceps, triceps. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. All right, lower body pull. We're doing a good morning, so hands behind the head, or you can have a dumbbell back there. This is very similar to a Romanian deadlift. 3, 2, 1. So those legs will feel similar because it is a hinge. The weight is behind, pushing down, and that's what you have to resist. Lower down. Squeeze it up. You might feel like those hips go a little bit further back. Counterbalancing that resistance behind you. Nice job. Typically, we can't go as heavy with this one since the weight is right behind us. RDLs, we can go a little bit heavier on. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we got chest fly. We're gonna be doing it a little bit different. We need to go a little bit lighter on this one. Since we do chest press in this workout, we're gonna change this one up a little bit. Start those dumbbells over the chest. We're gonna lower one at a time, really slow and controlled, slower on the way down than on the way up. So we're eccentric focused on this one. The muscle gets longer as you lower side to side. So slow that portion down and squeeze it up. I would say like 3 to 4 counts down, 1 to 2 counts up. Inhale down, exhale it up. I'm going single-sided, one at a time, alternating. If you really like to, you can do both at the same time. I'm just making it a little bit different from that chest press we did earlier. There's 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, lower body pull. Optional weight behind one leg, right behind the knee. This is going to be a donkey kick straight up, and then a fire hydrant. Pull that leg out to the side. Let's go. Half on each side here. This circuit style strength training doesn't allow for a lot of rest. So you might not be able to do as heavy as if you were doing a superset or a single exercise at a time. And that is okay. Circuits are great for time management. Switch sides if you haven't yet. And then we're only doing 2 sets today, 2 rounds. 3rd round would be great. If not, again, we got to work with the time that we got. Here's 3, 2, and 1, and rest. 1 minute here. Nice job with round 1. Feel free to adjust anything that we did. Now that you know what to expect, your body's been through it, you know what 45 seconds feels like now. Make adjustments. We're maybe getting 8 to 10 or 12 reps in that 45. Again, effort level, maybe at 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. How hard do you feel like you're working those muscles by the end of the interval? 20 seconds to go. We're going back to chest press. If you don't have a bench, you can always, and you don't want to be on the floor, you can do this in sort of a bridge, like so. Working those glutes, those lower body pulling. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Nice job. Find that breath strategy you like. Inhale down, exhale up, or you can always inhale at the top, set it, and then exhale through that whole range of motion. Sometimes that resonates better with some people. Helps them better coordinate that core system with pelvic floor, core, and diaphragm. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Single leg RDL, Romanian deadlift. If you remember which leg you started with, start with the opposite this time. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. You can also do a supported version of this if that balance is getting to you a little bit. Just put that hand on something stable. We're using it to help support us, but we're not leaning on it or pushing into it too much. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Keeping that knee as stable as possible. We don't want it wobbling left or right. Slow and controlled. Nice job, team. Pressing that heel back, actively engaging that glute muscle, that floating leg. Help stabilize the core. 3, 2, and 1. Shoulder press next. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. You always have the option to alternate your upper body, especially if you're going a little bit heavier. For this 45-second timed interval, alternating might be a good option if you're going heavier. Nice job. We're halfway with this interval. Looking good, team. 10 seconds, maybe 3 reps to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hip thrust or glute bridge. Here we go, team, in 3, 2, 1. Set it up and go. If you're wanting to challenge yourself a little bit more with glute bridge or hip thrust, but you don't have or you're not ready for the next dumbbell or the next weight up, you can do a single leg version of this. You can add a pause at the top. You can do more tempo style like we're doing with that chest fly. Maybe emphasize the up or down portion of this. We got 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up with rotation. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Lots of ways to customize this one. If you want to do less push-ups, more core, do more rotations. You can add a knee driver for more core. If you want more chest, take those rotations out, really work those upper body pushing muscles. Couple more, nice job. Slow and controlled, breathe through it. 3, 2, 1. Good morning. Three, 2, and 1. Here we go. Inhale down, exhale up. You might get a little bit less range of motion as well for this versus the Romanian deadlift. Not as much of a knee bend on this one either. Really driving those hips back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest fly. We're doing that eccentric focus chest fly. Slowing down that lowering phase. And you can alternate or do both. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Little bend in those elbows as we lower out to the sides. Lightly connect to that core. We have a lot of support underneath us with a bench or the floor. So that sometimes turns the core off a little bit. Make sure we're still engaged there. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, team. We got donkey kick. Other side first this time, if you remember where you started. And if you want to do one or the other here, you can. You don't have to do both. If you're looking to do more side of the glute work, do that fire hydrant. If you want to do more glute work, glute max, do that donkey kick. Making sure that pelvis doesn't rotate or tilt. Switch sides right here. Range of motion is going to depend on your hip mobility. So we don't want to move and twist through that torso to get a bigger range of motion. You can start small, work on that hip mobility to be able to lift a little bit higher. 3, 2, 1. All right, team, quick drink of water. We're going to head into our core strength here. Core circuit. For our last like 3 minutes. All right, we're going to start facing up in a V-sit. We're going to be doing a twist. You can add a dumbbell to this if you'd like. Feet can be on or off the floor. This one's actually from workout 3, I believe, if you're in the strength program. But we're going to be doing a rotation left, center, right, center, feet on the floor for more stability. Float them up for more challenge. Here's 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We'll do the same thing. We'll go 45 on, 15 transition. So we'll get 3 exercises in for core. We'll do a good mix of creating movement like this rotation here and resisting movement with some stability through that core plank type style. Keeping that pelvis nice and stable, excuse me. Make sure that we're in a neutral position. We're not tucking the tailbone. Stay nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. We're going to flip it over to a high plank. Take your time though. We get 15 seconds here. You can incline your plank as well. We're going to tap it out 1 foot at a time. So tap it out, out, shoulder tap, shoulder tap. So we want to avoid any twisting, tilting, movement through that torso. Keep it also stable. Here's 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tap it out, shoulder tap, shoulder tap. Drop to those knees for more stability. If you're having trouble keeping those hips from twisting, turning, tilting, make those feet wider or drop to the knees and create some space between the feet or knees. Slow and controlled, breathe throughout. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink it back into child's pose just for a couple seconds. Give those arms a little break. Last movement coming up next. Bring it up to stand. Standing crunch. Stand, squeeze it, reach, and lift. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Standing core. This is really where the core is important in this standing position. This is where we are most of the time. So the core needs to stabilize and create. Initiate movement. So getting a little bit of a side bend with this crunch. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, other side. Nice job. Just a few more here, team. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab a quick drink if you need it. I'm gonna clean up my dumbbells here quick so I don't trip on them. Quick mobility series here. Let's bring it in with an inhale, reach those arms vertical. Exhale, goalpost those arms, lift the chin. Expand through that chest with an exhale. Inhale, reach back vertical. Open twist to the right, keeping those hips pointed forward. Inhale, vertical, and right over to the other side with your exhale. Inhale, vertical. And exhale, step it back into a nice big low lunge. Sink into this, find that nice stretch on the front of the hip with that back leg. Find a nice stretch to that glute and hamstring on that front leg. Lock those hips in. With an inhale, rotate towards that front knee and twist. Reach to the ceiling. Pause here for 2 breaths. Inhale, expand through that side and back body. Try nasal breathing here. Exhale. 1 more. Bring that arm into the instep, so elbow on the inside of that front leg. Reach 1 more time up. And bring it back down. Step together. Inhale, vertical, slow and controlled. Don't make yourself dizzy. Reach overhead. And exhale, step back with your opposite leg. Lock that pelvis in. With an inhale, reach and pause to breathe. Stay nice and high with those hips. 1 more breath here. Exhale, elbow to instep. 1 more reach. And come back down, stand it up, slow and controlled, just like last time. And we'll do 1 last stretch here. Ankle crosses over to the hip. Sink it back into a seated, floating seated, or you can actually take a seat if you'd like. And release over to the other side. One more breath here, wrapping up here with our cool down. And release when you're ready. 1 final inhale, reach it up. Keep the rib cage kind of tucked under, in line. And exhale, release down. Thanks so much for coming today, everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to just throw it in the chat here, DM me on Slack, or email Target Fitness. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.